अस्सलाम वालेकुम, आर यू लिसनिंग मी? मेरी आवाज़ आ रही है? चैट में रिप्लाई कर लें तो मैं शुरू करूँ प्लीज़। चैट में रिप्लाई करें कि आवाज़ आ रही है तो मैं शुरू करूँ। ओके, थैंक यू। So today we will discuss two topics. I will complete in 1.5 hour. लाइक जस्ट कम हो गए तो दो टॉपिक डिस्कस करेंगे, आपको टाइम वही लगेगा. So after completing this topic, please stay there and I will connect another topic after that. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Sjogren syndrome. Have you heard about Sjogren syndrome? No? A rare disorder. A systemic chronic autoimmune disorder characterized by lymphocytic and plasma cell infiltration in the exocrine glands, and it will lead to glandular fibrosis and exocrine glandular failure. It may occur as primary or with other autoimmune diseases. It commonly affects females. The male-female ratio is 1:9, so it's 9 times more common in ladies. The common age of presentation is between 40 and 60 years. It affects 0.1 to 4% of the population. Because worldwide, there is similar prevalence. It affects 1 to 2 million populations from about. Most individuals with Sjogren syndrome present with Zika symptoms. More severe and primary disease. What are the Zika symptoms? We will discuss here. And these Zika symptoms are common and severe and primary disorder. Virtually all organs may be involved in this disease. The common presentation of Sjogren syndrome is dryness of eyes, that's called as xerophthalmia, dryness of mouth, xerostomia, parotid gland enlargement. This is a common presentation, but the other clinical presentations may be there that we will discuss later on. Other systems may be rarely involved, like lungs, kidneys, skin, and nervous system. Gerard Sjogren syndrome, a Swedish ophthalmologist, Henrik Sjogren, first described this syndrome in 1933. और उसके नाम के पीछे से disease का नाम भी Sjogren syndrome is not well understood. It suggested that an ongoing interaction between the innate and acquired immune system play a role. The frequency of HLA-DR52 is frequently found in this disorder. There is strong association with HLA-B8, DR3 with the dryness of mouth, skin, and vagina. So these HLA findings and investigations are usually done in the research laboratories, not routinely performed to see these are not helpful for diagnosis. Genetics. The genetic association varies among ethnic groups. In white persons, it's linked with HLA-DR3, HLA-D22, and HLA-B8. Whereas in Spanish, HLA-DRB1 and 15 is common. In the Israeli population, HLA-DR5. These HLA associations appear restricted to SSA and SSB, anti-Rho and La antibodies positive patients rather than to the disease manifestations. Pathogenesis. The pathology of involved salivary or lacrimal gland revealed aggregation of lymphocytes, peritectal, plastic gland, and globular. Primarily, CD4 T cells, around about 75% of this, and memory cells, with 10% B cells and immunoglobulin secreting plasma cells. Antibodies to acetylcholine receptors may interfere with the stimulation of local glandular secretion. Apoptotic mechanism may play a role. So, this is the presentation. Salivary gland involvement. Tears are affected. Dryness of eyes, टीयर्स का फॉर्मेशन कम हो जाएगी या नहीं होगी या नहीं होगी, आइज में प्रॉब्लम होगा। लुब्रिकेशन के लिए इचिंग फॉरेन बॉडी सेंसेशन हो जाएगी। ड्राई इरिटेटेड आइज एंड रेड आइज में भी ड्राई माउथ, अगर सलाइवरी ग्लैंड की इन्वॉल्वमेंट होगी तो सलाइवा नहीं बनेगा, ड्राई माउथ होगा and it will lead to the difficulty in swallowing. There is a parotid gland involvement in Sjogren's syndrome. Now the clinical features: keratoconjunctivitis sicca, lack of lubricated tears, inflammatory infiltration of the lacrimal gland. Common ocular symptoms are burning of eyes, itching, foreign body sensation in the eyes, grains of saint, conjunctivitis, and nephritis, inflammatory keratitis are common in the eyes. In this picture, you can see the environment of the eyes. आवाज क्लियर नहीं आ रही? Are you listening me? मैं loudly बोल रहा हूँ. Are you listening me? Please reply in chat. Please reply here in chat. अच्छा एक मिनट, sorry, बच्ची क्या? Thank you. This is the involvement of the eyes. You can see here dryness, redness, and there will lead to the foreign body sensation and itching in the eyes. The presentation of the Sjogren's syndrome. Inability to tolerate contact lenses, क्योंकि कभी lacrimation नहीं होगी, lubrication नहीं होगी, तो contact lenses ये patients इस्तेमाल नहीं कर सकेंगे, tolerate नहीं कर सकेंगे. In severe condition, ropey secretions from eyes usually in the morning. Photophobia and corneal ulceration may be there. You can see the corneal ulceration here. Clear corneal ulceration, it may be due to severe dryness of the eyes and inability to produce lacrimation. Dry mouth, xerostomia. Dry mouth stomach is xerostomia. There will be cotton mouth sensation. Difficulty in swallowing foods, especially dry food. Usually these patients carry water bottles with them and they skip frequently. जब वो खाना खाते हैं तो उनके साथ बॉटल पानी पिएंगे, पानी करने वाला मुंह में डाला और पानी साथ पिएंगे, फूड करने वाला डाला और पानी साथ पिएंगे, क्योंकि वो ड्राइनेस है तो chewing and swallowing में प्रॉब्लम है. They learn themselves. In severe xerostomia, patients may suffer from difficulty in speaking. बहुत ज़्यादा ड्राइनेस हो जाएगी तो आर्टिकुलेशन का प्रॉब्लम होगा, टंग आर्टिकुलेट प्रॉपर्ली फ्लुएंसी से नहीं होगी, तो they will suffer from articulated problems. Persistent xerostomia may cause dental caries. Caries at gum line strongly suggests choking. Yeah, severe caries and caries at gum lines. It is strong suggests choking. और in patient का earlier SRT loss हो जाता है severe caries की वजह से. This is the picture of the severe caries of Sjogren patient. You can see the dryness of the tongue, severe dry tongue in mouth. Dryness है तो the food disturb है वो stuck जाता है, stuck up हो जाता है properly. Saliva जो काम digestion lubrication है वो नहीं हो पाता. Here you can see the dry tongue of these patients, and it will be very difficult for these patients in articulation, and talking, speaking, and then swallowing the food. And other involvement, skin and spots. We'll discuss here. Severe xerostomia may cause loss of taste and smell, parotid gland enlargement, chronic and occurs in 1/3 of patients. The dryness may also involve nose, throat, larynx, bronchi, vagina, and when there's a vaginal involvement, the patient may suffer from this. Intercourse will be unpleasant and painful, and there may be involvement of the skin, severe dryness. These are the organs. that are involved in this Sjogren syndrome. Almost all of the organs of the body are neurological symptoms, eyes, mouth, skin, terminal respiratory features, GR symptoms, peripheral neuropathy may be there. So, one's eye, cornea, and almost all systems are involved. In majority of cases, tiredness and fatigue are the only symptoms. Those are cases, tiredness of the eyes की, concavity की, and fatigue. Those are symptoms में यही problem है. That's irritating and inconvenient rather than dangerous. But sometimes, in few cases, increased incidence of non or involved in few cases में बाकी organs भी involved होते हैं. इस disorder में there is increased incidence of non-Hodgkin's B cell lymphoma. Extracranial features: arthralgia, arthritis, Raynaud's phenomenon, myalgia, pulmonary disease, gastrointestinal disease, lymphadenopathy, neuropathy, vasculitis, renal tubular acidosis, and lymphoma. That was non-Hodgkin's. Cutaneous manifestations of this disorder occur in 50% of cases, and common are dryness of the skin, xeroderma, palpable and non-palpable purpura, and urticaria. So the palpable purpura with urticaria. Again, visible here, non-palpable and palpable purpura. Other systemic manifestations: dysphagia, small vessel vasculitis, pleuritis, obstructive airway disease, intestinal lung disease, neuropsychiatric dysfunction, may lead to peripheral neuropathy, most common pancreatitis, renal tubular acidosis occurs in 20% of patients, and intestinal nephritis may occur. Typical clinical features of Sjogren syndrome may also be seen in infections with certain viruses like hepatitis C virus, HIV, human T-cell lymphotropic virus. Two types of Sjogren syndrome: primary in the absence of other rheumatic diseases, प्राइमरी में और rheumatic disease की absence है और उनके साथ एसोसिएशन है भी सिर्फ Sjogren syndrome से पेशेंट प्रेजेंट करेगा. And secondly, occurring in association with other rheumatic diseases like RA, rheumatoid arthritis, SLE, primary biliary cholangitis, scleroderma, polymyositis, Hashimoto thyroiditis, polyarteritis nodosa, intestinal pulmonary fibrosis. How to investigate this disorder? No single test is sufficiently sensitive or specific to diagnose Sjogren syndrome. Common lab investigation that will be performed. Advice for these patients: we will see the anemia is common, leukopenia, eosinophilia is common, and other investigations. Polyclonal hypergammaglobulinemia may be there. Anti-nuclear antibodies (ANA) will be maybe present in 95% of cases. Anti-SSA, SSB, also called anti-Rho and anti-LAW, often positive in primary disease. Rheumatoid factor positive in 70% of cases. Other investigations are Schirmer test, Rose-Bengal test, lip biopsy, and parotid gland biopsy. Sometimes autoimmune thyroid disorders are common in Sjogren syndrome, so thyroid-associated autoantibodies may be present in this disorder. What's Schirmer test? Schirmer test is important diagnostic test for ocular symptoms. The German ophthalmologist था Otto Schirmer, उसमें ये describe की थी test. It measures the quantity of tears excreted. A special paper strip is placed inside the lower eyelid of each eye. Both eyes are tested at the same time. The eyes are closed for 5 minutes. एक स्ट्रिप पेपर है, हम दोनों आईज में रखेंगे, लोअर आईलिड में रखेंगे और पेशेंट को कहेंगे कि अपनी आंखें 5 मिनट के लिए बंद कर दें. After 5 minutes, strip paper is removed and measured how much of it has become moist. 5 मिनट के बाद ये strip paper हटा देंगे और देखेंगे कि इसमें moist कितना moist ये strip paper है. This is the beautifully shown in picture. We have There are two strip papers in both eyes have been placed, and patient has been advised to close your eyes for 5 minutes, and then we will take the strip paper out and we will measure the moistness of the strip paper. Now, interpretation. A Shermer test, a young person normally moists 15 millimeters of each strip paper in 5 minutes. In patients with Sjogren syndrome, strip moistens less than 10 millimeter in 5 minutes. हम यूजली डायग्नोसिस के लिए 5 मिनट्स लेते हैं, 10 मिनट्स कभी कभार और लेट नहीं हो सकते हैं, तो कुछ बुक्स में लिखा हुआ है कि फॉर डायग्नोसिस पर्पस यू टेक इट 5 मिलीमीटर इन 5 मिनट्स एंड सम बुक्स रिकमेंड 10 mm. अगर यंग आदमी तो 10 mm are sufficient, old age में 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Hypolacrimation can occur with aging. So 33% of the normal older people may moist the strip paper up to 10 mm in 5 minutes. So कभी कभी old age में ये नाम हो सकता है, तो इन एज ग्रुप में हम 5 mm लेते हैं 5 minutes में, young age में 10 minutes 10 mm are sufficient. रोज बंगाल स्टेन, रोज बंगाल स्टेन का नाम है टेट्राक्लोरो tetraiodofluorescence sodium, a vital dye used to diagnose dry eye syndrome. Historically, rose Bengal possesses a propensity for dead or degenerate cells, but will also stain mucus. जो rose Bengal stain है, वो degenerate and dead cells को stain करेगा. Differentiation between degenerate cells and mucus has been achieved by addition of the alkane blue. ये भी डायफेस से हम ऐड करेंगे, allowing the degenerate cells to remain red in color while the mucus turns blue. Yeah, this is a rose Bengal tail stain. अब जो mucus है वो blue हो गया है, और बाकी जो dead cells है they have maintained color red. So this is will show the degenerative and dead cells due to the inability for the formation of the lacrimation. Yes. Patients with Sjogren syndrome may have positive tests for lupus anticoagulant. Some patients develop clinical events like fetal miscarriages, arterial and venous thrombosis associated with antiphospholipid syndrome. Sometimes may be thrombosis हो सकता है arterial venous, sometimes में miscarriages भी हो सकती हैं अगर antiphospholipid के साथ किसी association होगी तो. Sometimes it happens. Anti-salivary duct antibodies are present in most of the secondary Sjogren syndrome. Type 2 cryoglobulinemia are noted, particularly in patients with palpable and non-palpable vascularity. फर्क भी हुआ अगर वो तो type 2 cryoglobulinemia commonly मिल जाती है. Usually we don't perform this type of investigations in routine. तो डायग्नोस कैसे करें? देयर आर सम क्लासिफिकेशंस. एक क्लासिफिकेशन मैंने यहाँ रखी है, अमेरिकन यूरोपियन कंसेंसस ग्रुप क्लासिफिकेशन है. डायग्नोस ऑफ प्राइमरी Sjogren syndrome requires at least 4 of criteria listed below, but importantly criteria number 5 or 6 must be included. यहाँ 6 क्राइटेरिया हैं, उनमें से 4 होने चाहिए, और 4 में से क्राइटेरिया नंबर 5 या 6 का होना जरूरी है. हम डायग्नोस करेंगे इस पेशेंट को मोस्ट प्रोबेबली Sjogren है. ये अमेरिकन यूरोपियन ग्रुप है रेमेडोलॉजिस्ट का, उनकी एसोसिएशन है, उन्होंने ये डायग्नोस क्राइटेरिया दिया है. Patients with no Zika symptoms, if 3 of the 4 objective criteria are fulfilled, then जो 6 ऑब्जेक्टिव क्राइटेरिया जो डायग्नोस्टिक फीचर्स है उनमें से अमेरिकन यूरोपियन कंसेंसस ग्रुप क्लासिफिकेशन. नंबर 1, ocular symptoms, dry eyes for more than 3 months, foreign body sensation, or use of tear substitutes for more than 3 times a week. ये 3 महीने से मसला हो, ड्राइनेस हो या फॉर्म ऑफ बॉडी सेंसेशन का जब ये 3 महीने से ज़्यादा तक हो रहा हो, या पेशेंट कम से कम 3 बार लुब्रिकेंट टीएस इस्तेमाल कर रहा है. नंबर 1 क्राइटेरिया. नंबर 2, oral symptoms, feeling of dry mouth, recurrently swollen salivary glands, बार बार उनके salivary gland की swelling हो रही हो, frequent use of liquids to aid swallowing. तो हम कह रहा है कि खाना इसलिए कि जा ही नहीं रहा जब तक मैं खाने के नवाले के साथ पानी ना पीऊं या कोई लिक्विड ना लो. ये सिम्टम्स हैं, ये ओरल सिम्टम्स हैं. और डायग्नोस्टिक क्राइटेरिया नंबर 2. 3, ocular signs. Again, Schirmer test performed without anesthesia. पेशेंट के Schirmer टेस्ट की एनेस्थीसिया जब अगर हम लगाएंगे तो Schirmer टेस्ट को हम सही तरह इंटरप्रेट नहीं कर पाएंगे. लेस देन 5 mm इन 5 मिनट्स. अगर 5 mm से, मैंने कहा कि 10 यंग के लिए, अगर ओल्ड एज क्योंकि 33% ओल्ड एज में ये ड्रेन तक आता है, तो लेस देन 5 मिलीमीटर्स इन 5 मिनट्स अगर ये मॉइस्ट पेपर हो रहा है लेस देन 5 mm, it is Sherman test is positive. And positive vital dye staining जो भी हमने रोज बिहार्ड स्टेन देखा, ये तीन। चौथा ओरल साइंस कौन सी है? एबनॉर्मल salivary scintigraphic findings, abnormal parotid salivography findings, abnormal salivometry findings, unstimulated salivary flow less than 1.5 ml in 15 minutes. ये salivary saliva के secretions 15 मिनट में 1.5 ml से कम हो जाए, तो ये भी one of the diagnostic criteria. Positive minor salivary gland biopsy findings and positive anti-SSA and SSB antibodies. इनमें से 5 या 6 हो और बाकी तीनों 4 होंगे तो हम डायग्नोस करेंगे पेशेंट से शुगर। Second Sjogren's syndrome can be diagnosed when in the presence of connective tissue disease or connective tissue disease हो या दूसरा हमने जैसे डिस्कस किया कि एसोसिएटेड दूसरे डिसऑर्डर से अगर वो होंगे तो उनके साथ symptoms of oral or ocular dryness along with presence of criteria number 3, 4 or 5 mentioned अब जो भी हमने डिस्कस किए हैं 3, 4 और 5 ये भी हो और कोई कनेक्टिव टिश्यू डिसऑर्डर हो और oral symptoms और ocular symptoms हो तो ये secondary Sjogren's है। ट्रीटमेंट is only supported with artificial treatment, इसकी ज़्यादातर इफेक्टिव है। आर्टिफिशियल टीएस एडवाइस करेंगे, टॉपिकल ऑक्यूलर 0.05%, साइक्लोस्पोरिन helps to improve ocular symptoms, sipping water frequently, hard candies or sugar-free gums, pilocarpine 5 milligram, 6 hourly for xerostomia, acetylcholine derivative, Silimaline 30 milligram 3 times a day. Maintain oral hygiene with preserved tissue. And secondly, treatment of underlying rheumatic disease. It continue. इसके सिम्टोमेटिक ट्रीटमेंट के अलावा जो सेकेंडरी में जो अंडरलाइन कंडीशन है जिसकी वजह से शुगर हो रहा है उसको ट्रीट करेंगे। NSAIDs are hydroxychloroquine for arthritis or arthralgia, for systemic features, interstitial lung disease, and corticosteroids may be अगर सिस्टम एनवायरनमेंट होंगे तो उसके अलावा कार्टिकोस्टेरॉइड के अलावा साइक्लोफॉस्फेमाइड और अदर इम्यूनोसप्रेसिव ड्रग्स में भी गिवन एंटीकोगुलेंट्स फॉर वास्कुलर थ्रोम्बोसिस रिलेटेड टू एंटीफॉस्फोलिपिड सिंड्रोम जिनमें पेशेंट को आर्टिकुलर वीनस थ्रोम्बोग्राफा जिसके दो रहे थे समझ रहे हैं कि इसको एंटीबॉडी अगर पॉजिटिव है तो उन पेशेंट को एंटीकोगुलेंट करेंगे। माइक्रोफिनोलेटेड मोफिल फॉर ऑक्यूलर ड्राइनेस एंड सिग्निफिकेंटली रिड्यूसेस हाइपरगामाग्लोबिनेमिया, right oxygenase for extracurricular manifestation of primary Sjogren's, vasculitis and peripheral neuropathy. Complications में क्या हो सकते हैं? Infection of carotid gland, carotid tumors, pregnant patient with NPSS and raw RSSA antibodies are at risk of fetal loss. Complete heart block may be there. Neonatal lupus syndrome in newborn, pseudo-lymphomas and non-Hodgkin B-cell lymphoma may be there. Prognosis basically क्या है? Quality of life may be compromised significantly. May be compromised significantly. Sorry for grammatical mistake. Usually normal lifespan. Systemic features have poor prognosis. Lymphoma may develop in patients with severe exocrine dysfunction, mock carotid gland enlargement, splenomegaly, vasculitis, polyarteritis nodosa, peripheral neuropathy, anemia, and mixed monoclonal gammopathy. ये हो सकते हैं पेशेंट्स में। लाइफ स्टाइल पर डिफिकल्ट होगा मगर या लाइफ स्पान ऑलमोस्ट नॉर्मल होगा और लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेशन की जो हो रिजनेबल हो सकती है। ये स्टे विद मी प्लीज। इसी के साथ हम एक और भी टॉपिक डिस्कस करेंगे।